I used to think only expensive cuts of meat could be tender, until I learned this simple Chinese method that makes even the toughest beef become soft, juicy, and full of flavor in just minutes. Hi everyone, I'm Tracy. Today I will show you how to cook tender, juicy beef using a Chinese recipe, and I guarantee that after you try it once, you won't want to cook it the old way anymore. Let's get started. First, you need to prepare about 1 kilogram of beef. You can choose a lean cut or any cut that you like to eat. Then slice the beef into pieces with a moderate, even thickness so they cook evenly and do not dry out. Beef is an excellent source of high-quality protein, which helps maintain muscle strength, especially as we get older. It is also rich in iron, which supports healthy blood and high energy levels, along with other vitamins. So when it is prepared properly, it can be both nutritious and delicious. After slicing the beef, place all of it into a large bowl. Now here is the perfect secret that Chinese cooks often use to tenderize beef, and that is baking soda. Add 1 tablespoon of baking soda to the bowl of beef and mix it well so everything is fully combined, making sure each piece of meat is lightly coated with a thin layer. Baking soda works by gently affecting the muscle fibers in the beef. It raises the surface pH, helping prevent the proteins from tightening too quickly during cooking. As a result, the meat will be much more tender and flavorful. I learned this method from a Chinese friend. He showed it to me, and I have applied it every time I cook beef ever since. After mixing everything well, cover the bowl tightly with plastic wrap. Let the beef rest for 5 minutes. This short resting time allows the baking soda to work without affecting the texture of the meat. After the beef has rested for 5 minutes, the next step is to rinse it under running water to completely remove the baking soda. This step is truly very important. Use your hands to gently rub each piece of meat, making sure there is no baking soda residue left behind. Once the baking soda has been completely washed away, let the beef drain. Shake it lightly to remove excess water, then place the pieces on paper towels. Dry them carefully and thoroughly. You can also lay another sheet of paper towel on top and press gently to absorb as much moisture as possible. Drying the beef properly is also important. If the surface of the meat is wet, it will release water during cooking, which can affect the quality and flavor of the beef. Now that the beef has been cleaned and thoroughly dried, set it aside and let's prepare the sauce for the beef. In a clean bowl, add 3 cloves of minced garlic to create a distinctive aroma. Then add 1 tablespoon of sugar to balance the flavor, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce to create a rich taste, and 2 tablespoons of cooking oil to help the meat become more tender and glossy. After that, add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and 1 tablespoon of hot sauce. Now mix all the ingredients together until the sugar is completely dissolved and the seasonings are well combined. This simple marinade creates a rich, balanced flavor base that soaks deeply into the beef. Once everything is fully combined, set it aside. Next, sear the beef. Place a skillet on the stove over medium heat. Add a little oil and wait for the oil to heat up. When the pan is hot, add all the beef at once and spread it out into a single layer. Try not to put too much meat in the pan so the beef can brown instead of steam. Sear the beef quickly without stirring it too much. You need to create a golden crust on the outside. That golden crust helps lock in the natural juices inside the meat. When one side has developed a beautiful golden color, gently flip the pieces to sear the other side. At this stage, you do not need to cook the beef completely through. You just need to keep the moisture inside. When both sides are nicely seared, turn off the heat and transfer the beef to a plate. Next, reuse the same skillet, adding a little more cooking oil if needed. Then add the chopped onion and sliced red bell pepper. Sauté over medium heat until the onion becomes soft. As they cook, they will absorb the rich flavor left behind from the beef, and the aroma will become even more appealing. When the vegetables are tender, return the seared beef to the skillet. Gently stir so the meat and vegetables blend together. Then pour in the marinade that was prepared earlier. Stir well so each piece of beef and every slice of vegetable is evenly coated with the flavorful sauce. When all the ingredients have been well combined and evenly coated with the flavorful sauce, cover the skillet and cook for about 3 more minutes. This short cooking time helps all the flavors blend completely and allows the beef to absorb the sauce beautifully. After 3 minutes, remove the lid and check the meat. The beef at this point will be tender, evenly seasoned, and perfectly cooked. Now turn off the heat. Transfer the beef to a serving plate and serve it with your favorite side dish, which can be white rice, noodles, or a fresh salad. The final result is beef that is tender, juicy, rich in flavor, and truly delicious. Every bite is soft and full of wonderful taste, making it well worth trying. And that's all there is to this simple Chinese method for tender, juicy beef. With just one small technique and a few everyday ingredients, you can turn even an inexpensive cut into something truly delicious. If you found this tip helpful, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how it turns out in your kitchen. Don't forget to like, share this video with someone who loves cooking, and subscribe to Tracy Tips for more practical, easy recipes you can use every day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.